Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Overnight rain leads to a taste of winter. Find out what to expect for Thursday and opening day.
His arrest made national headlines. Now a Metro Detroit man is pleading guilty to a federal hate crime. How the teenage victim's family is reacting.
We begin, though, with the federal government bumping up Michigan's vaccine allotment to more than 620,000 doses next week, and that is the state's highest total yet. We come at you tonight at 11 with the increase in vaccines coming amid this surge of COVID cases across Michigan.
The state will be receiving 66,000 more doses than anticipated after Governor Gretchen Whitmer asked for more doses today during a call with several other governors and the White House. According to the CDC, Michigan now leads the country in COVID cases per population. Today, the state reporting more than 5,000 cases, continuing a 5-week-long upswing in cases here. Our Mara McDonald is live at the TCF Center tonight. Mara, vaccine eligibility expands to everybody 16 and up next week, right?
It sure does, Kimberly, but already here in the city of Detroit, they are vaccinating 16 and up. Grand Rapids decided to do the same thing today because this surge is real. And the question tonight is, what, if anything, is Lansing going to do about it? Yesterday, 2,144 people were hospitalized with COVID across this state. Today, it's already up to 2,424. You will remember the governor put restrictions in place last fall when that hospitalization number reached 3,000. We are rapidly approaching that 3,000 mark.
What we've seen is that we've doubled our positivity rate here in Michigan just in the last 2 weeks, which again is incredibly concerning to us. I think one of the things that we have to be mindful of is the way that we can get ahead of COVID is that we have to absolutely reduce the risk of spread.
Hospital admissions are increasing across all age groups, but the biggest increase, according to the state, is between the ages of 50 to 59. The question is now what? So far, Lansing has been mum about reinstating any restrictions, but Governor Whitmer asked for and got more than 60,000 doses of vaccine on top of our usual allotment for next week because of our surging cases. From the CDC, here's where we stack up. The top 4 are New York City, Michigan, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are the #1 state in the U.S. per capita for new COVID cases over the last 7 days. The numbers are not good. We reached out to the governor's office tonight to see if she could talk to us about what's next. She was not available. However, we did get this statement, which in part reads, as we work closely with our state's leading health experts to monitor COVID-19 trends, I'm asking Michiganders to double down on smart precautions. Back here live, both the governor and Mayor Mike Duggan have been pushing the necessity for vaccines, especially in the last week or so. But there has been reticence among some Detroiters about whether they want to get this vaccine. But a new study from U of M tonight says that Detroiters' interest in getting this vaccine has actually gone up. It was at a dismal 14%. It's now up to 38%. We're live downtown tonight at the TCF Center. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara, thanks.
Tonight, newly released emails show a disagreement between Governor Whitmer and former Health Director Robert Gordon on reopening indoor dining. The Detroit News reports emails show Gordon wanted to limit indoor dining to 20 people. The state chose to set the limit at 100. Gordon also wanted to warn people against indoor dining because of the potential for spreading COVID, but a press release shared by the state only quoted him as saying it was safer to get takeout. Gordon signed off on the order, but then resigned hours after it was announced.
Well, after temperatures hit near 70 degrees, the cooler weather is moving in just in time for opening day.
Isn't this just sort of how we predict these things to go every year right around the Tigers opener, Ben?
Waiting for that other shoe to drop, and yeah, it does look like it's going to be the most miserable weather day of the week. We'll get to that in a minute. I want to show you the rain tonight. because it's here. In fact, most places are seeing at least some form of scattered showers. We'll see more of this sort of move through within the next couple hours, but we're not anticipating it's going to last past sunrise tomorrow morning. In fact, by the time we wake up, the rain will be gone and most of the cloud cover will be as well. So do expect to see at least some sunshine when we start out Wednesday morning. But behind this front, this is where all the action goes. You can see that below normal right there in the base of that trough. That all slides over the Great Lakes, taking temperatures below average and putting us into a taste of winter by the time Thursday arrives. And we're talking not only cold temperatures, but wind chills, maybe even a few snowflakes on Thursday. But before you get too much in despair, the weekend does look much better. So we'll run that down for you in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. A Monroe man pleading guilty tonight to a federal hate crime. 43-year-old Lee Mowatt's arrest made national headlines last summer after he was accused of attacking a black teenager with a bike lock, breaking his jaw. Priya Mann following this story tonight with a reaction from the teenager's family. Priya.
Well, Devin, the family is relieved that he's pleaded guilty. Obviously, they are still extremely furious this happened in the first place. As for Devin, he was 18 when he was assaulted. He's now 19. He's working and has plans to become a master electrician.
He's strong. He's a lot stronger than I was at that age.
Shortly after Devin Freeland graduated high school, he was brutally attacked for simply existing and now has one last dental surgery to endure.
It's definitely been hard seeing your son every day, with a missing teeth and, only 19 years old, and nobody should go through that.
Last summer, the Department of Justice says Lee Mowat targeted a group of black teenagers at Sterling State Park in Monroe. Using racial slurs, Mowat said the teens didn't belong there and attacked Devin, knocking out several teeth and fracturing his jaw. Devin's dad says he has only one question for the 43-year-old Newport man.
They're kids. You're a grown man. You didn't have to, swing a lock and hit my son in the face and could have killed him. My question to him would be, why?
Officials charged Mowat with a federal hate crime, saying the young victim in this case suffered tremendously from this vicious, racially motivated assault, and that hate-fueled incidents like this have no place in a civilized society.
In this day and age, you would think that people would be a little bit more kind and a little bit more loving towards one another, and, we just see that that's not the case.
On Tuesday, Mowat pleaded guilty to willfully injuring the teen because of his race.
I'm glad that, he did take the initiative to plead guilty. The justice part comes when we see exactly how much time he's going to do.
And Mowat's sentencing is in June. He's facing up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya. A 41-year-old man is killed on Detroit's east side after being hit by a motorcycle while trying to cross the street.
It happened on Gratiot around 2:30 near Wilfred Street. Surveillance video shows the man in the left turn lane on Gratiot before then trying to cross the northbound lanes when he was hit. He was rushed to the hospital but died from his injuries. The motorcyclist was thrown from his bike and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The crash remains under investigation. Investigators rule the fire that damaged a Birmingham pizzeria was an accident. The fire broke out at Primo's Pizza near Woodward and South Adams last Tuesday. It started on the roof and quickly spread. Investigators say the fire was started by roof repair work where propane tanks were being used. Primo's Pizza is now closed, but plans to reopen.
Tomorrow morning, crews are going to begin a major construction project on I-75 in Detroit. It'll be a headache to many. Starting at 7 a.m., the right two lanes of northbound I-75, northbound 75, will be closed from the Davison up to 8 Mile, all part of a $13 million project to repair 12 bridges, and construction is going to last into November. The eastbound Davison ramp to northbound I-75, note that will be closed for the duration of the project.
Still ahead, the wait for the third stimulus check is almost over for millions of Americans.
And we'll have what the IRS is saying about the delayed payments and when they should arrive coming up.
And prosecutors say they knowingly allowed underage drinking at their home, which led to a teenager's deadly crash. How long the two Michigan parents will spend behind bars.
But first, another day of emotional testimony in the murder trial involving Derek Chauvin.
I did call the police on the police.
All right. And why did you do that?
Because I believe I witnessed a murder.
Witnesses taking the stand describing what happened in the final moments of the life of George Floyd. Next.